All right. Here we go, back again on the other side of the coin. All right, welcome back to the other side of the coin, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a while since we've done a live stream, so I'm very, very excited. I hope each and every one of you guys are excited as well. We're going to break this particular stream down into two parts. We're going to talk about the latest transfer news. There's so much that's going on that we have to get through and that we need to discuss, and I want to give you guys my opinion, and I want to hear what you guys have to say as well. And then the second half, we're going to talk about the Chelsea, World Cup players that are involved in the World Cup and their performances overnight. Recapping that, some interesting bits and pieces to touch on, especially Edouard Mendy. What's going on with him? Obviously, Christian Pulisic. Lots of Chelsea players were involved. Yeah, Ethan Ampadu, obviously in England, Raheem Sterling, Mason Mount. Koulibaly as well. So we're going to do all of that. Jordan Sharp probably go for about half an hour because I do realize the World Cup match is just around the corner. I believe Argentina versus Saudi Arabia in about an hour's time. So we're trying to keep it nice, short and sharp on this one and try and get through a lot of stuff. Hope you guys are all doing well. Smash the like button as soon as you come through. That would be much appreciated. We're trying to keep up with the likes, and hopefully we can get to at least 100 likes for the stream, during the stream, for the half an hour that we're going to go for. And then anything after that is obviously always a bonus. And if you're here for the first time, make sure you subscribe. We want to try and continue on the progress on this particular channel and get towards that 20,000 milestone, which is what, $2,000 away now, 2,000 away. So let's get on with this because we've got a lot to talk about. Kudos to Donald, Valan, Point 44, Nathan, Abhinav, Serves. Thank you so much for joining, you guys. Nearly 30 of you guys are live here. Smash the like button. J Money, good to see you. Okay, let's get talking. First of all, Chelsea transfer news. That's what we're going to go through. Let me put the banner up. There you go. So everyone knows what we're talking about. And then after the coming 15 minutes, we'll talk about, in the second half, we'll talk about some of the player performances. So first up, West Ham will reportedly be willing to listen to offers for Chelsea-linked Declan Rice in the summer. Lots of Declan Rice conversation going on, and I want to give you guys my opinion. Definitely want to give you guys my opinion. Has my opinion changed? Perhaps. Why? And I'll tell you. Chelsea want to sign Declan Rice. This is from Ben Jacobs. Ben Jacobs had as you know, his usual thread that he does. He had a thread about Declan Rice. I think he had a thread about Jude Bellingham as well. And in his thread, he mentions that Declan Rice is still a particular player that is, that Chelsea is linked with and that Chelsea wants. Now, should I reconsider my position in regards to Declan Rice? I think I probably should. Do you know what? I've said this a few times in the last few videos, streams, whatever you want to call it, that a lot of my dislike towards Declan Rice is probably not even football related. It's probably related to how everyone seems to hype him up non-stop whenever there is, like Chelsea games, or there's West Ham games. People will be praising the West Ham players as opposed to the Chelsea players, which is quite strange. Like, we would downplay players like Kovacic or Jorginho and whoever else, but we'll big up players like Declan Rice, which that I guess that's what annoys me. And some of the stands in our fan base that heavily just talk about Rice non-stop, I think that's probably where my I wouldn't say hatred, but my dislike probably starts from. The fact is, he's not even a Chelsea player, and the way we talk about Declan Rice is as if he's a Chelsea player. But in recent times, I've said that, look, my biggest concern with Declan Rice is because we play a possession-based football, how's our build-up going to look with Declan Rice? Is Declan Rice capable of having multiple touches on the ball and, being a deep-lying playmaker? But then I realized, do you know what? Since Graham Potter has taken over, and even during Thomas Tuchel's time, have we really done anything with possession? I just had a really good comment not that long ago in one of my videos the latest video that I did yesterday. Someone stating that, Miz, you talk about possession-based football. This is what Chelsea does, but what has Chelsea done with possession? And it got me thinking. We don't do much with possession, if I'm being absolutely honest. We don't do much with possession, and I feel like under Graham Potter, the focus isn't really solely on possession either. It's more, how can we go from our third of the field to the final third in a quick manner and create opportunities for our attackers, basically. So, look, maybe I need to reconsider my position. Maybe I do. Maybe someone like Declan Rice might just fit. It might just allow the midfielders to really bomb up and support in the attack, knowing that there is that reassurance in the back line with someone like Declan Rice, and Declan Rice just in front of the defenders as well. And maybe it allows us to go to a back four. Maybe it allows us to have two centre backs and Declan Rice just basically splitting them and making a three at the back potentially. Not saying that the other midfielders, whether it's two in midfield, whether it's three in midfield, whatever it is, the other midfielders, they still need to have some sort of off-the-ball work rate as well. There's no doubt about it. Declan Rice cannot just solely defend everything by himself, but I think Declan Rice allows other players to probably dictate the game a little bit more. I mean, I know it was Iran yesterday, and I don't want to make Iran the benchmark, but he pretty much allowed that against Iran. You know, players like Jude Bellingham, players like Mason Mount, he allows them to sort of have that freedom to bomb forward and not get too worried that if we're out of possession by taking the ball forward, someone like Declan Rice will be there to make a challenge and mop up things. Hopefully. I mean, look at what Casemiro does. And I know Declan Rice, I personally don't think he's at Casemiro level. Casemiro is a superstar, legend of the game. But Declan Rice potentially can reach to those levels. He's still developing. He's still a young player, and he's playing at a very, very high rate. So, look, maybe there is a chance to reconsider this position, especially for me. Let's see what you guys have to say. As if Mount aren't enough, we have to deal with Rice stands too. Do you know what, Jansen? Yeah, this is probably why I've been a bit annoyed with the whole Declan Rice saga. It's because of the stands, man. Honestly, him as a player, I think he's a very good player. Spotted keen on Rice? I'm not sure though. Look, maybe he's not. And the price as well will have to be something to consider. Someone like Caicedo for Ecuador, you can see what he's capable of, and he knows everything about Caicedo. So we'll see. This is apparently a summer thing, definitely not a January thing, but West Ham are open for it. We're going to talk about another player down the track, Jude Bellingham. Actually, we might as well talk about it now. I mean, Jude Bellingham is someone, he's turning out to be some sort of a mega sensation, Jude Bellingham. And that's the kind of a midfielder that, honestly, I would go for. Someone who's capable of playing 6, but obviously these days he's more of an 8 who can go into the box, score goals. He's got good passing range, defensively very good. He's probably one of the best midfielders going around. And Real Madrid are in for a hunt for this particular player. Liverpool, I don't know where these Liverpool rumors are coming from, but apparently Liverpool are up for this particular player. And Man City, because of Erling Haaland, who apparently had a conversation with Jude Bellingham, and Jude Bellingham would fit Man City like a glove. If Gundogan is looking to move on, I think someone like Jude Bellingham. Does Chelsea have a chance? If Chelsea were to replace Jorginho and Kante, let's just say down the track, someone like Jude Bellingham and Declan Rice, I think that would be fantastic. How about Enzo Fernandez from Benfica? J Money, 100%, man. Enzo Fernandez would be sensational. This is the thing, though. Like, I want us to go for players like Enzo, Caicedo, but Chelsea, for some reason, is very much inclined to go for players like Declan Rice. Adrian Miz, how good was Rodri in possession under Simeone at Atletico? Surely you could see the profile that Rice is and see that it fits profile we need as well. Need a natural 6 battling? Yeah, you know what, Adrian? You may well be right. Okay, next up, ladies and gentlemen, Fabrizio Romano. Chelsea are interested in Josko Gvardiol and have been since last summer. They offered 80 million plus add-ons, but Leipzig refused. Chelsea remain interested, but there's still nothing agreed. The race is open. Josko Gvardiol at 80 million euros. Look, We're going to get to see Josko Vardiol for Croatia. I might actually do, I have to, I think Morocco versus Croatia, I have to do a watch along. My Habibi is playing. I think it is tomorrow at a very good time as well, 9 p.m. Sydney time. Today, obviously, 9 p.m. We've got Argentina versus Saudi Arabia. I might even do a review after that match. Hopefully, Messi has a madness, and we can go for a live and do a short review. But Josko Vardiol, I'm very keen to see him in this World Cup, what he can do. 80 million euros. I don't know, man. We've got Wesley Fofana. I know he's injured. We've got Fofana. We've got Chalobah. We've got Colwell. Hopefully, we bring him back. I mean, is there a need? We've got Koulibaly. I know Thiago Silva might not stick around. Azpilicueta will probably move on as well. But is there a need for someone like Josko Vardiol for 80 million euros? Marc Cucurella can play in a centre-back position as well. If we want to play three at the back, we shouldn't be looking to play three at the back. I think recently I saw a report from some quotes from Graham Potter in one of the Chelsea journalists stating that Graham Potter's looking to go four at the back. Like, how many CBs do we actually need, man? And yeah, someone saying, yeah, look, Kuli is also aging. You're right. But there you go. There's Ampadu as well. Like, Ampadu had a decent enough game against USA. Not the greatest, but still decent. I mean, Chalobah, Wesley Fofana, Colwell, Koulibaly, yes, aging. I understand. Then you've got Marc Cucurella as well. Ampadu. I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know if all that money is worth spending on Josko Vardiol when we need midfielders, we need attackers. 80 million euros, what's that? Roughly around 70 million pounds. I don't know, 65 million pounds, something like that. Means we say he's developing many boys in the team. Do we say the same for the developing, while Chelsea fan be appeased when he makes errors? That's he's developing. The same media will crucify him. Yeah, I get you, man. I get you. The same media will crucify him. Yes, means there will be overload in CBs. I don't think there is a need. We should spend that money in some other position. And the other thing is 80 million euros, Josko Vardiol. It gives me sort of that Wesley Fofana situation. Like, was Wesley Fofana worth that much money? I don't know. We needed centre backs, so we got him. I just don't know if we need Vardiol at 80 million euros. I do need to see him in this World Cup. Let's see how he plays, and we'll go from there. Vardiol has RC as per Mal law, isn't it? I think he does have a release clause. I think he does. Because there's talk about Kovacic-Dumfries swap. Does that swap me? I mean, we do need Dumfries, but losing Kovacic, that doesn't make sense to me, man. That seems strange. I think Kova wants to leave, maybe. There has been articles in recent times stating that he's considering his future. So there could be something there. Now, look at this one. This one is actually gaining pace. I don't know how I feel about this. Actually, no, I do know how I feel about this. I don't feel totally great about this. I really want to hear how you guys feel about this. Fabrizio Romano confirms Chelsea's interest in Jordan Pickford. Jordan Pickford, like, he's one of the goalkeepers Chelsea are monitoring at the moment. Not the only one, but nothing is advanced or concrete yet. I know there's a couple of other goalkeepers that we're linked with. Apparently, Diego Costa is there, which is fantastic. Jan Oblak is there. Robert Sanchez from Brighton. But Jordan Pickford. Why Jordan Pickford, man? I mean, I get it. He's England number one. I understand. And he's a very good shot stopper, don't get me wrong, and sometimes his distribution can be very good, but he's erratic, man. He makes some, like, even against Iran last night, like, there was some crazy moments here and there where he just sort of dwindles on the ball a little bit, and I've seen it for Everton. Like, he's made some monumental errors, man. I don't know, man. I don't understand why we are going for someone like, or why we even linked with someone like Jordan Pickford. This could potentially happen, if I'm being absolutely honest. Like, this could potentially happen because, for Jordan Pickford moving from Everton to Chelsea, that's a massive upgrade. Chelsea will probably feel somewhat, excited about this particular player being English, number one goalkeeper. Todd Boehly likes to go for those sort of, glam sort of, scenarios. He's English number one goalkeeper. There's some sort of glam around it, I suppose, whether we like it or not. But I don't feel it, man. I don't feel it with this particular goalkeeper, man. Someone like Diogo Costa, I know there's a release clause on him as well. So I don't know, man. I really want to see what you guys have to say about this, man. Porto goalkeeper Costa, nasty. Pickford is Maguire and GK. That's honestly how I feel. Honestly, that's how I feel. Wouldn't mind Pickford, sign him, and wait for Slolina. I think, look, in recent times, why we're getting linked with goalkeepers is because we're not convinced with Mendy nor Kepa. I'm more comfortable with Kepa, but Mendy, man, what happened to Mendy yesterday? He literally lost the game for Senegal. They should have probably got themselves a draw minimum. Probably at a point they probably should have even won against Netherlands, but Mendy's making some uncharacteristic mistakes, and now this issue has been going on for a little while, since January this year, since he's come back from the African Nations, Cup of Nations. That cross where Cody Gakpo, got the header. Mendy, that's your bread and butter, man. That's your bread and butter. You should be doing well. And even the second one, that shot parried onto Klaasen's path, that was definitely Mendy's fault as well. I mean, an experienced goalkeeper like Mendy should not be parrying the ball right into the path of another Netherlands player coming in and then tapping that shot in. Mendy's position is probably in down, man. And Kepa, look, I think it fits a lot better, but is Kepa going to like being a second fiddle again if we get another new goalkeeper? Probably not. So maybe we get both of these guys out. I don't know. But Pickford is not someone I feel completely comfortable with. We can do better than Pickford. 100% we can do better than Pickford. The Netherlands goalie is cool, has same escapades as Mendy. Cost of 70 million will be worth it. Guy's a complete keeper. I would go for this. I really would. He's a complete keeper. Shot stopper, distribution. He's, for me, the next big thing, along with, your Edersons and your Alisson. So, for me, that would be the thing. I don't understand why Jordan Pickford, with all the off-field appointments that we've made, like, this is incredible that we've been able to link ourselves with Everton goalkeeper Jordan Pickford. Fallon, thank you so much for the super chat. To be honest, what's the point getting these directors when we are linked to players everyone knows of? They should use their powers and scout a hidden gem. That's exactly what I mean. That's exactly what I mean. All right, let's go to the next one. Christopher Nkunku's transfer to Chelsea is well and truly completed. So that's great news. Everyone's talking about this. It's not going to happen in January, for many reasons, obviously the injury being one of them, but Leipzig never expected him to leave in January anyway. There's Champions League football. Leipzig have made it to the second round. But for the summer, this should be our first signing, I'm hoping, Christopher Nkunku. And I'm hoping he comes back well after the injury as well. It'll be interesting to watch how Christopher Nkunku recovers from the injury and then how he comes back as well. I'm going to be very much focused on how Leipzig plays with Christopher Nkunku. There is now a broad club-to-club agreement in place for Christopher Nkunku to join Chelsea from Red Bull Leipzig in the summer 2023, worth around 70 million euros. That's very good business, man. For someone like Christopher Nkunku, looking at about, 60 million pounds. That's good business for like a damn good attacker. Damn good attacker. Chelsea reportedly have an agreement in principle in place to sign Red Bull Leipzig forward Christopher Nkunku for 70 million in the summer. Fantastic news. This is probably a great job from Todd Boehly, done nice and early, saw an opportunity and got in on the act. And these are the stuff, these are the level of transfers that I want to see. I don't want to see Jordan Pickford, do you know what I mean? Don't want to see that kind of a transfer. Christopher Nkunku style of transfer is exactly what I want to see. As Aaron is saying, great news. We need a player like that, 100%. We need a player like that. Nkunku is a great signing. We need to rebuild the midfield. He hasn't played for Chelsea, but he's already already injured. He'll fit right. The injury, I am a little bit concerned. I want to see how he comes back from that. Okay, AC Milan's idea is to sign one between Hakim Ziyech and Armando Broja from Chelsea in January, but an attempt for both will be made under due conditions. Look, I don't know about this whole Armando Broja. I don't know where this is coming from with AC Milan. Why are they chasing after Armando Broja? Armando Broja, for me, is going to be a long-term Chelsea player. Like, we've just given him another long-term contract, 5 or 6 years, whatever the case is, on top of the 5 years that he got last season. He's just renewed that to get another, a brand new 5 or 6 years contract. So he's a long-term player for us. I don't think he's going anywhere. Hakim Ziyech, however, I think January, AC Milan, definitely in for a shout. He's not getting favoured from Graham Potter. He wasn't getting favoured from Thomas Tuchel, so he's probably going to have to move on. Valan, thank you so much for the super chat. Miz, are you saying this because it's pre-injury? We don't know how good or bad he's going to be. 70 million might be a big flop, but right now it's good. I get you. Look, 10 weeks injury for Nkunku, it's a serious thing. It is a serious thing, but I feel, just for a second, taking away the injury side of things, I feel 60 million pounds, 70 million euros is probably a bargain, man, for someone like Christopher Nkunku, who is on top of his game. Like, he is definitely one of the top 5 attackers right now in form, just taking away the injury. Yeah, someone of that caliber to get about 70 million euros, I think that's top business. But yes, injury comes in. Is it still going to be top business? As you said, only time will tell. But Hakim Ziyech, ladies and gentlemen, I think definitely AC Milan bound. I wish he got opportunities at Chelsea, but it ain't happening, man. It ain't happening. Ziyech, Leao swap. Why not, man? I mean, if Leao is not looking to sign that contract extension, let's try and grab him and let's give them Ziyech and obviously cash on top of that. So I'm very excited to see Hakim Ziyech tomorrow, man. I can't wait to do the watch along. I think I have to do Morocco, Croatia watch along. My Habibi, got to cheer him on. Obviously, they've got Kovacic in Croatia's side, but I've got to cheer on Hakim Ziyech, man. I hope Morocco does a madness and wins against Croatia. Chelsea have decided to push once more to sign Russian youngster Arsene Zakarian in January, making him one of their priority future signings. Negotiations are ongoing. This is a huge. Like, I'm actually banking a lot on this particular player. This player, I've now recently got to see a lot more footage as well. I've actually taken my time to do a little bit more research. His stats look great. He's a out-and-out creative player. He's got a bit of pace about him. He's got good passing abilities. He's got good vision. He's got good shooting technique as well. So I'm keen to get someone like that because we need that. We don't have a creative spark in our team. If we can bring this guy in, and I doubt he's going to slot in the first team straight away, but someone like, the Omari Hutchinson sort of scenario, Chukwuemeka sort of scenario, if we can ease him in slowly by slowly, we need that. And then someone who we can build on for the future. You never know, man. He could turn out to be something very, very great for us. And I hope we do this in January. This would be another one of those sensational signings from Todd Bowley, along with Nkunku. I would definitely back this one, man. I hope it happens. Valan, thank you so much for the super chat. Once again, my man, really, really appreciate all these super chats from me, Valan. My main concern is all the players, apart from Haaland, have struggled to settle in the Premier League. Don't expect much from Nkunku, if you ask me. Look, I hear you, man. I hear you. These Bundesliga players, they have not really worked out for us, but hoping it changes, man. I think Nkunku shows a little bit more technicality and a bit more pace, a bit more grit about his game. Zakarian is creative merchant. We should go all out for him. 100% agreed. MC Anthony, he plays in a cam position and he's creative midfielder. But Nkunku has the technical ability to get past defenders, but our previous Bundesliga signings didn't have that much. Shubra is saying, never heard of Oba, Firmino, Sane, Thiago. There you go. All of these are from Bundesliga. He's a number 10. I've got Kai Havertz scoring hat-trick tomorrow. man, I'm a massive German supporter, man. So I hope he does a madness for Germany. Okay, next up, Fabrizio Romano. Benjamin Pavard was discussed with Chelsea last summer, but was not a top priority. Now it's normal that clubs are keeping info on him, as Pavard is open to leave Bayern in 2023. He'd love Premier League move, I'm told, but there is still nothing serious. Do you know what? I think Pavard's a decent enough shout, but I feel like he's not going to be up for the physical battle in the Premier League. He may well be, but I don't know, man. I would rather go for someone like Dumfries now, man. I'm not really too keen on Pavard. I think Pavard, can he play as a right back? He's probably past it now. Maybe he could play as a right wing back. I really want to move away from that right wing back thing. I think I want to focus on the back four, traditional right back who can bomb up and bomb down as well. I think someone like Dumfries, Reece James, obviously, hopefully after the World Cup will be ready. I'm not entirely keen with Pavard, man. I mean, 2022, this potentially is a January transfer because his contract is coming to an end at the end of this current season. So obviously June 2023, we could potentially get him for a cheap amount of money, but I'm just not keen, man. I'm not keen on Pavard, man. Let's see what you guys have to say about this. Pavard, no, so weak. Andres reloaded. Wow. Pavard as a backup to James might not be bad. Fair enough. As a backup, yeah, but does he want to come here for as a backup? Will he want to play as a backup? I guess the thing with our backup, he's probably going to get more games than Reece James. Reece James keeps getting injured, so backup is probably the main player. Yeah, hard pass on Pavard. Yeah, man, I don't know, man. Not really certain on Pavard. I don't think he's going to be a good replacement for Reece James, in my opinion. He's been overhyped after his goal versus Argentina, which was now a good 4 years ago. That was last World Cup. Do you know what I mean? So I don't know, man. I think maybe he's just past it, man. I'd even look for someone like Kyle Walker-Peters before I think about Pavard. So for me, it's probably a no. Okay, last but not least, before we talk about some World Cup players, Chelsea players that took part yesterday, I really want to talk about that. This is the last one. Fabrizio Romano, I think we can say that Jude Bellingham is now 100% to be considered one of the best midfielders in the world. It's not just about the potential. He's really special. I mean, ladies and gentlemen, can we get someone like Jude Bellingham? Can Chelsea Football Club actually get a player like Jude Bellingham? I think it will be sensational if we were to get him. I always like Jude Bellingham, man. I like Jude Bellingham good 2 seasons ago. Now he's going to be worth a lot of money. That's number one thing. Declan Rice will be worth a lot of money. Jude Bellingham will be worth a lot of money. So can we do all of this? I don't think so. I think Jude Bellingham is either going to Man City. He's either going to Real Madrid. I don't know why Liverpool's conversation's coming around, but apparently it is coming around. He would be unbelievable under Liverpool, man. If the new owners, Liverpool might get new owners, and you never know, they might just splash the money and get someone like Jude Bellingham. Under Klopp, Jude Bellingham, wow, it is a scary thought. Yeah, Graham Potter could do with someone like Jude Bellingham. There's no doubt about that. I just don't know, man. I hope Todd Bowley, once again, I'm hoping, but where's Todd going to get all this money from? That's what I'm thinking, man. Where's he going to get all this money from? But during this World Cup, we are going to constantly say, how come he doesn't do that at Chelsea to several of our players? Laugh my ass off. I completely hear you, man. We're going to talk about some of the performances yesterday, and yeah, it's interesting how they play so well internationally, and then when they come for Chelsea Football Club, it's not the same. So I completely get it. Okay, let's see what you guys are saying about Jude Bellingham. Is our mid killing our attackers? Just asking. Is our midfield killing our attackers? Just asking. I think it is. I think we're not getting enough from our midfielders to help the attackers out. So, and look, it's not just the midfielders. It's a bit of everything. Yeah, sorry about the Wi-Fi, guys. Just don't know what's gone on with the Wi-Fi in recent times. It's been a bit strange, man, but hopefully it fixes up. Hashad, we can't get both Bellingham and Rice. Imagine we did, but I also disagree that we're probably not going to. I also agree that we're probably not going to get both. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let's now talk a little bit about all the players that took part yesterday in the World Cup from Chelsea's point of view. Sack the Wi-Fi. Yeah, man, I got to sack this. It's been like most of the times it's fine, and then every now and then this does this crazy stuff, which is very, very annoying. Hopefully it gets fixed up soon, man. I got to sort that out. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, first up, Christian Pulisic yesterday. I personally thought he had a decent game. I think some of you guys were saying that probably not decent enough. He was spamming crosses, this, that, the other. I thought he was the most threatening player. I get it. Like, I mean, if we want to have our standards high for Mason Mount, for Christian Pulisic, we should then expect a lot more. I get that. I understand that. But for me, first of all, lovely assist, great turn, and then burst through the midfield, great assist. And he did that a couple of times. And a few times he was looking very, very threatening from that left side, sometimes on the right side, sometimes through the middle. He was predominantly playing as an inside forward, and Anthony Robinson is the one who is playing more as the widest left-sided player. I understand, like, people want more, better quality crosses, better, more take-ons, whatnot. But I thought he was all right, man. I thought he was all right. He was the attacking threat from US point of view, and I thought for the first match in the World Cup, that was a decent exhibition for him, and I hope it continues on like that. Shubra saying Pulisic was good, but for me, Ampadu was better for Wales. I don't know, man. Ampadu was good. Like, in my opinion, Ampadu was definitely good, but that Wales team is not good enough. Like, if you want Ampadu to control matches, I don't think he's going to be capable of doing that. And I know I'm just saying this off the back of that USA match. I don't know, man. I don't know. I think he can do a job in that central midfield role, but maybe he's better suited as a centre back, maybe as the middle centre back, as opposed to playing in the midfield. He's definitely good enough defensively, but is he good enough to control matches? I don't know, man. I don't know. I mean, in that case, I'd rather go for someone like, Declan Rice being the deepest midfielder. I think he's definitely done a job for Wales, but I'm not sure whether I would say that was better than Pulisic. But I understand where you're coming from, man. From the English point of view, Mason Mount. Some people were saying Mason Mount didn't have a good game. I thought he was very, very good, playing in that sort of midfield trio. I don't necessarily think he was playing as an LCM. A lot of people are saying, he was playing as a left-sided centre mid. He was pretty much everywhere in midfield, wherever the play was. Sometimes he was on the right side, sometimes he was on the left side. I want him to play more like that for Chelsea Football Club. Do you know what I mean? Be more involved in the first phase and in the middle phase of the game, as opposed to just staying up forward and looking for the goals and assists. You can still look for the goals and assists being in the middle of the field and coming in late. Yesterday, England had so many goals, 6, I think. It's just unlucky that Mason Mount didn't get at the end of any one of them or assist. But I really did like that performance. I would like that type of performance on a regular basis for Chelsea Football Club. Raheem Sterling had a very good time as well. Goal and an assist. This is the thing. Raheem Sterling is surrounded with some really, really good footballers in England. I mean, this English team should really do well. It's just Gareth Southgate, if he had the balls, the guts to be more flamboyant, then this English team should be a lot better. But yeah, this is the thing. Raheem Sterling has players like Harry Kane, Bukayo Saka, this, that, the other. Man, this guy. Do you know what? I've tried my best to ignore this guy so much. I'm going to have to address him. Balak CFC. He's been on my back every single stream, everywhere. Balak CFC. I don't know why you're taking this personally. Look, if you met me in real life, I think we would have a very good conversation about life. I think we could have a sit down and have some coffee, tea, whatever you fancy, have some lunch, have some dinner, whatever the case is, and we would get along. You're so irritated by the fact that I said Mason Mount reminds me of Milner. It's just my opinion. Take it easy, my brother. It's only a footballing opinion. You need to relax. I'm not all about just football. I'm a human being, normal human being, and I assure you, if we ever met each other in real life, we would have a good time. We would have a very good time. So you need to just relax, man. You're looking for some sort of like a sorry from me or something like that. No, that's just my opinion. You need to accept. You don't need to. You don't need to agree with it, but just accept the fact that that's just my view, and I can accept your view as well. I understand you don't feel comfortable with that comparison. Have I lost people? Are you guys back? Let me know if you guys are back in the live chat. Welcome back. Yes, welcome back. Back. All right. I don't know what's going on with. Give me 1 second. We're gonna wrap things up anyway, man. This Wi-Fi has really annoyed me. But anyway, we're back. So yeah, as I was saying, good to have you guys back. Yeah, Balak CFC, man. Just calm down, man. Just calm down. I personally don't think it's a disrespect comparing him with James Milner. James Milner had a stellar Premier League career. Like, have a look at the achievements of James Milner, man. It's not even funny, man. Like, James Milner has been tremendous, if I'm being absolutely honest. And for Mason Mount, if he can have that same sort of career, I think he would go down as a legend of the football club for Chelsea football. So look, just calm down, man. I see you in every stream. But anyway, regardless of that, as I said, Raheem Sterling, very good as well. Edouard Mendy, we've already touched on. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to wrap things up. You need to have a word with your Wi-Fi, man. I do, man. I don't know what's going on. Hopefully it's all right now. That the Wi-Fi situation is better. But we're going to wrap things up. We're going to watch the Argentina versus Saudi Arabia game. I'm not going to do a watch along, but hopefully after after the match might do a review. Let's see how everything goes. And we'll see you guys. We'll see you guys soon. Aaron, you disappeared like you attacked me. Sorry, man. Sorry. All right, ladies and gentlemen, take care and see you. I'll catch you guys soon. Bye.